And we are back for part 2 of chapter 13, so let's find out what happens. We should call them hot wolves, Thurston suggests as the three of them run off. Owen sighs. I guess that's that, he says with a sad expression. Poor guy. I'm sorry your family doesn't realize how special you are, Nana says to him. Thank you, he replies softly. I'm sorry too. Maybe they'll come around one day, Dottie says. She puts her arm around Lolly. Some of us do. Maybe, Owen says. Thank you for standing up for us, Lolly says to Owen. You saved us. You're welcome, he says. It was the right thing to do, and it was only fair. You saved me. I glance at my watch and then nod at Jonah. We should probably get going, I tell my brother. Owen is safe, and so are Nana and Lolly. So our job here is done, and it's almost morning. That's when we normally go through the mirror, I explain to Nana. Nana puts her arm around me. Is it almost morning? She yawns. You know, Abby, maybe you could go to your friend Penny's house for breakfast after all. My heart expands. Really? You don't mind? She smiles. No, I don't. We got to spend so much extra time together on this adventure. When we get home, I can drive you over to Penny's if you still want to go. I do want to go. I do. Thank you, Nana. I give Nana a tight hug. You're amazing. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. Both of you, she says, pulling Jonah in for a group hug. Now, we just have to figure out what the portal is, I say. Could it be inside the hunter's house? I'll check it out, Jonah offers. I'll come with you, Lolly says. Wait until you see all the creepy animal heads, Jonah tells Lolly. Are you coming, Abby? I think I'll stay here, I say. Seeing them once was enough. In a little while, Jonah and Lolly come back down. We knocked on everything, Jonah says. Nothing swirled. You know, Owen, Lolly says thoughtfully, if we took the creepy heads off the wall and put up some band posters, you could live in the hunter's house while he's in jail. Thanks, Owen says, but living all by myself sounds kind of lonely. Wolves are pack animals, you know. But don't worry about me. Let's just figure out how to get you guys home. What else could the portal be? Could it be at Dottie's house? Jonah suggests. I can't walk back all the way back there, Dottie grumbles, even with my cane. Well, luckily there's a horse right here, Lolly says, untying the huntsman's horse. He whinnies gratefully and Lolly rubs his ears. She really is good with animals. So, Dottie and Nana end up riding back to Dottie's tree cottage on the huntsman's horse, while Lolly, Jonah, Prince, Owen, and I walk alongside them. When we get back to the tree cottage, the huntsman's horse nibbles on some grass. Meanwhile, we all climb up the ladder. It takes Dottie a full 5 minutes to make her way up, but she does with our help. That was a lot of activity, she says once we're inside. I need a rest, I think. Nana and Lolly help Dottie settle into bed. Lolly pulls the quilt over her. Wait, Dottie, Lolly says. Before you take your nap, I have an idea. Yes? Dottie asks. Lolly glances from her grandmother to Owen. Now you know you won't have to be afraid of Owen. He's kind and friendly. And I'm wondering if you would let him stay with you in the tree cottage. You can be companions. And in exchange for letting him live here, he can protect you from the other wolves. Owen grins at Dottie. I would love that. I need a pack. You could be my new pack. I can't help but grin too. Doesn't everyone think that's a good idea? Lolly asks, looking at all of us. Yes, I say. Pack it up, Nana says. Pack it in, Jonah says. Woof, Prince adds. Let me have a good look at you, Wolf, Dottie says, adjusting her round eyeglasses. Owen takes a step toward the bed. Well, come closer, Dottie barks. I don't bite, even with my teeth in. Dottie gives Owen the once-over. You are quite majestic looking, and I do like your yellow gold eyes. But if you intend to bunk here, you'll have to let me brush your fur every morning, she insists. I mean, look at that matted coat. Sit down by me this instant. Owen tiptoes closer to the bed, looking a little nervous. He sits down next to Dottie. Dottie picks up the brush on the table. She begins brushing his fur. Tee-hee, Owen says, laughing. That tickles. Stop moving so much, Dottie admonishes, continuing to brush him. She puts the brush down and looks him over. There, good as new. Owen does look well groomed now. Can you cook? She asks. Me? Yes, you. I have grocery money, so if I give it to you, with a shopping list and then some recipes, can you buy the food and make it? Owen nods. I'd love to cook, he says. I bet I'd make great roasted potatoes. If Nana could give me her recipe. I'm a quick learner. I'd be happy to, Nana says, taking a pen and paper out of her purse. I can teach you to bake too, Lolly says. Plus, it seems we have a new horse. She nods out the window. I'm sure Mona will let you borrow him for now, if you take care of him, and Dottie can get around more easily on a horse. Perfect, Dottie says. But Owen, there's something you better know. Yes? You can't keep my pearls. I'm saving them for Lolly. Dottie smiles at her granddaughter. Owen shrugs and removes the pearl necklace, handing it back to Dottie. Lolly beams. Thank you, Dottie. So does this mean that Owen can live here with you? She asks hopefully. Dottie smiles. He can. Yay! I exclaim. Owen gives Dottie a lick on the arm. She laughs and pats his big furry back. So you'll be my family? Owen asks. Dottie nods. Aw. Hey, guess what? Jonah whispers. What? I say. Wolves do wag their tails. I laugh, watching Owen's big furry tail moving from side to side with obvious joy. Hooray! I glance at Jonah and Nana. I'm lucky to have been born into such an amazing family, and Owen is lucky to have made his own. Abby, Nana says, if you want to get to that breakfast, we should keep looking for the portal. Right, the portal. While Dottie and Owen chat about recipes, Jonah, Lolly, Nana, and I start looking around the house. We knock on the bed, on the wall, on the door, on the fireplace. Nothing swirls. Nothing turns purple. No portals here either. If we do find it, Jonah says, can Lolly come home with us? He sheepishly darts a glance at her. She could go to school with me. She'd love school. And we have a gymnastics team. Lolly smiles. That sounds fun, but I can't leave my daddy or my mom. I love them, and they love me. I do, Dottie says. I really do. And even though Owen is here, I still expect you to visit every day, young lady. I will, Lolly promises. Plus, I was also thinking of calling the McDooley twins. Maybe they'd want to play with me sometime. They'd be lucky to have you as a friend, Jonah says. Owen clears his throat. Will you still bring your basket of goodies when you come? He asks Lolly. It would be great if you did. I really enjoyed your muffins. Of course, she says. The basket, I exclaim. Maybe that's the portal. Terrific idea, Nana says. Where is it? Lolly gets the basket from the kitchen and hands it to me. I hold the basket in one hand and knock on it with the other. Suddenly, the whole basket starts to shake. It is the portal. Hurrah, Nana says. Abby, you are really good at this fairy tale thing. I feel myself glow. Thank you. I'm really so impressed with you both, Nana says to me and Jonah. You guys are much braver than I was at your age. Well, I say, ruffling Jonah's hair. It helps that I have a sidekick. You didn't even want me to come with you today, Jonah reminds me, raising an eyebrow. That would have been a huge mistake, I tell him. A huge mistake, he says. Massive, I grin and squeeze his shoulder. Guess it's time to say goodbye, Nana says. Already, Jonah says, looking at Lolly with a frown. Already, Nana says. Goodbye, Dottie. Goodbye, Owen. Goodbye, Lolly. It was a pleasure to meet you. She gives everyone a quick hug and I do the same. Bye, everyone, Jonah says. He blushes. Goodbye, Lolly. Goodbye, Jonah, Lolly says, and then she leans over and gives him a quick kiss on the cheek. Jonah turns the color of her cape. I'll miss you, he says. I hope I get to see you again one day. So sweet. I hope he gets to see her again one day, too. The inside of the basket is purple and swirling. We have to jump now. But it's so small. How do we fit? I wonder. I have an idea, Nana says. Something I tried years ago when I was in a similar situation. It worked then, so maybe... What is it, I ask? Nana holds the basket with her right hand and puts her left one inside. Abby, Jonah, and Prince put one hand and paw in the basket on top of mine. We do as she says. Suddenly, I feel my feet rise off the ground. The basket is swirling, but so are we. It's working. It's like we're on a tilt-a-whirl. The basket is getting bigger now and sucking us inside. Bye, everyone, I call to Lolly, Dottie, and Owen. Bye, they call back. Oh! Owen howls as we leave them. Tomorrow we are on the last chapter called Dinner for Breakfast. So that is going to be our final chapter of Seeing Red. See you guys tomorrow.